Alright, so the following few lectures are going to dive deeper into a little bit more complicated pandas programming, okay? So first thing first, we're going to be going back to our normal movie data, except this time we're going to be using the functions we've learned, like merging, group by, stuff like that. So let's get started. First thing first, I've imported pandas, and now I want to open up, well, the first document is going to be my .data file. Okay, so going back over here, we have the u.item. That's one that we're going to be opening, and the second one is going to be the u.data. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to create call one, make this an array, and the data in this should be user ID, comma, movie ID, comma, rating, and last but not least, we have Unix timestamp. So those are just the columns that we want. And then we're going to say ratings. So this is our first data frame. pd.readcsv. And then we are going to pass in our location. So MLK or ML100K. And then /u.data, comma, again, all these files are separated by the same thing, which is that straight slash, and then names is equal to ucalls or ratings, or what is it? Call one. Let's go ahead and try out ratings.head. Let's see what we get. Okay, user ID, mover ID, rating, Unix, and timestamp. So taking a look at this, it looks like actually it was separated by /t. Looks like I was wrong, guys. So instead of that straight slash, let's go ahead and put /t, hit enter, and now if we print out ratings.head, we get user ID, movie ID, rating, Unix, timestamp. Okay, so that's exactly what we wanted. Now the second data frame that we're creating is going to be one of the items itself, the movies itself. So let's go ahead and create call2 is equal to, again, it's going to be a list of some good stuff, movie ID, comma, we have title, comma, we have release date, comma, video release date, so video release date, and last but not least, we have IMDb URL. So all that's good stuff, okay? And now let's go ahead and create our second data frame, which is going to be movies. So movies is equal to pd.readcsv, and then we are going to pass in ml100k /u.item, okay, comma, sep is equal to, this time I'm pretty sure it's a straight slash. I did take a look at the document and it was, and we're saying names is equal to call2, and over here is something neat actually that we have talked about, and we only want to use the columns from range 5. Okay, so we're saying use calls equal to range 5, and you're probably wondering why only the first 5 columns. Well, take a look for yourself. So let me bring this file over here. Yeah. So this is the file we're parsing. We got Toy Story. That's going to be the first thing to parse. Then the date, then the URL, and then you have a bunch of random stuff. So rather than parsing that data as well, it's better to just not even talk about it. And that's why we're only keeping the first 5, okay? So all that's good stuff. Taking a look at this, yes, that's good. So hit enter. It gives us an error saying UDF8 codec cannot decode byte 0xe9 in position 3, invalid continuation byte. So I'm pretty sure all of you got this error. And this is just a simple encoding issue. So the error you're running into is that the file is not encoded properly, or there's some encoding problem. Anyways, the fix for this is going back up top and bringing this down. You can pass in a parameter called encoding, and then what you want to do is set the encoding equal to ISO-8859-1. Okay, so that's going to solve the problem. Hit enter. See, we don't get the error anymore. If you do movies.head, we get Toy Story, Jan 1st, 1995, Golden Eye, 4 Rooms, Get Shorty, Copycat. All of them are 1995 1st Jan. That looks Yeah. Oh wow, that's interesting. I didn't know all 5 of these movies were released on the same day. Cool. So we have our values now, and now let's go ahead and manipulate these values. Okay. So let's do a quick simple thing right now before I end this lecture, and that is to first of all merge our 2 data frames. So go ahead and say movie ratings is equal to pd.merge, and then you're gonna say movies, comma, ratings. Okay, those were our two data frames. So if you now print out movie ratings dot head, what do we get? We get movie ID, title release, video release date, IMDb URL, user ID, rating, and Unix timestamp. So a lot of good data. And excuse me. The last thing we want to do is we want to get our users. Okay, so we want to create one data frame of all our data. Okay. So go ahead, and if you remember back long time ago when we were talking about those users, I still have my code with me, so let me just paste this. Go ahead and get those user ID, age, instead of sex, let's go ahead and change that to gender. That's just better for us, and then occupation and zip code. Okay, so that's good stuff. And then let's go ahead and create our users data frame. So users is equal to pd.readcsv mlk or ml100k /u.user, and comma sep is equal to that straight slash, this one I know for sure, and then names is equal to ucalls. Okay, so hit enter, and if you now print out users.head, I always like to make sure we got the correct data. Yep, that looks fantastic. So let's go ahead and merge our users with our movie ratings. So let's go ahead and just create lens. Lens is the MovieLens website. Lens is equal to pd.merge movie ratings, comma, users. All right, so now we finally have our data accumulated in one place. So this lecture was just getting our data into one single data frame. As you can see, it now has everything from movie ID, title release, video release, date, IMDb, user ID, rating, to our age, gender, occupation, zip code, and so on. Okay? So now that we've gotten all our data in one place, in the next lecture, let's go ahead and start analyzing and modifying it.